Now let's move on to the cars section. Here, as you can see, is a Mazda RX8, year of production 2004. So 2150 cars were produced. It had a 1.3 liter engine, that is 1300 cc, and it's a 4-door quad coupe. So great cars actually. It had alloy wheels. It's quite wide in fact. So it's a 2-door version actually, not a 4-door. Looks quite cool. Next, let's move on to another car. Over here we have the Ford Model T Roadster. Let's read the specifications. These are quite old cars. Year of production 1926, and 1.5 million vehicles were ever produced. That's a quite huge number. And country of origin America. So that is built by Ford. Obviously great car. Just look at it. Awesome, isn't it? So those are the wheels. So in order to start the vehicle we had to pull this, rather rotate it, which started the engine. Cool, isn't it? That's Henry Ford behind. So here is another car, which is the Subaru Rexx or REX. Year of production 1985. Number of the vehicles produced 19 lakh. That's a great number. So that's the engine specification. It's obviously Japanese produced. Meanwhile, here we have a Toyota Serra. So yeah, doors opening towards the up. These are the specification. Year of production 1991. That's the engine specification. So it is a 2-door coupe with butterfly doors. Yeah, butterfly doors. All of them love butterfly doors, or these doors which open towards the up or open vertically. So quite cool headlamps. Awesome vehicle, isn't it? That's the Toyota logo right in front. That's the Toyota Serra, and over here it was featured in a few films too. That's the vehicle right there, and you can see superstar Rajinikanth in a film. So it was seen in Indian movies such as Padayappa, and was a favorite of actor Rajinikanth. Yeah, it's a personal favorite of Rajinikanth, superstar Rajinikanth. So as you can see. Meanwhile, moving on to another car. This is the Volkswagen Beetle. Most of them know it. So that's the Volkswagen Beetle. Production 1938 to 2003. So obviously it is a German brand, and you can read that. Ferdinand Porsche, the founder of Porsche. So launch of VW Beetle by Hitler. So it was launched by Hitler actually, and I believe all of them know Hitler. I don't want to tell more about Hitler. Let's talk about cars basically over here. That's the Beetle. So it has a lot of stickering in the front, Volkswagen logo right there. It's cool. The new Volkswagen logo is quite different actually. It had stripes over there and round headlights. The design was completely awesome of those days. Even the other cars over there, it had awesome designs actually. Let's check the specifications. So Volkswagen Beetle 1969. So the 21 lakh 2 crore 15 lakh 29,464 cars were ever produced. That's a lot. And it had a 1500 cc air cooled rear engine and produced 53 horsepower, top speed 71 miles per hour. So that's about the Volkswagen Beetle right there. Looks quite cool, the number 53. Awesome. Moving on to the next car over there, and just look at this thing. It's huge and long, but let's keep it aside for a moment. When we go to the other side, I'll show it to you more briefly. But awesome car actually. Now moving on to this side. So that's the half part of a car. Let's see which car. It's a Volkswagen variant Type 3 product. It was produced, or year of production 1961. So yeah, 2 crore cars were ever produced. That's a quite lot. So this is it is cut into right half. As you can see, that's the Volkswagen logo right there. So those are the parts, internal parts, suspension, wheels. Awesome wheels actually. So yeah, that's the car. The seats look quite comfortable, and that's the transmission of the vehicle, obviously manual transmission and handbrake. Even the car is quite long, to be honest. So looks like it is a rear engine car because the engine is right there behind. Cool, isn't it? The interiors also look awesome to me. In the doors, the roof look good, in fact. So yeah, that's another car. Moving on, over here, another vintage car. This looks like a Citroen 2CV. Year of production 1948. 3.8 million cars were ever produced. Country of origin France. Obviously, Citroen is a French brand. And yellow white combination. Just look at it. Fun fact is, it had a sunroof at the time of 1948. So it is cannot be called a sunroof basically, because it's a cloth type which opens manually. We should open it, not like the ones which we get in modern cars, which is a glass panel. So yeah, the doors, front doors open like Rolls-Royce doors towards the rear. That's the windshield wipers. Nice color combination actually. Awesome. Moving on. This is the Fiat Nova 500. So year of production 1957. That's the specifications. It had a 479cc 2-cylinder air-cooled engine, rear-wheel drive. It's Fiat. Meanwhile, here we have almost everyone's favorite car, the Mini, and this model happens to be a Mini Mayfair. Year of production 1984, and United Kingdom, country of origin, obviously. And behind, that's Morris Mini. So as you can see, the car was quite famous. In fact, Mini was marketed by BMC's brand name Austin 7. Austin was also a car brand. That's cool. Just look at the chrome in the front, round headlights. The modern Minis are too cool too. So that's the hand sketches by Alec Esgonis of the Morris Mini Minor. That's the sketches of this vehicle over there, or the other vehicle. Above sketches are a reproduction of the original sketches made by a world famous car designer, Alec Esgonis. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. So these cars are quite awesome, to be honest, compared to modern cars. Just like with the factors of the design, the comfort it had, like I haven't experienced though, but looks quite comfortable. Just look at the seats, bench seats in the rear, and steering wheel. Everything was a complete awesome, or complete different from the modern world we are experiencing right now. In the Mini, it looked quite sporty and attractive at that time itself. So yeah, awesome car, right? Obviously 2-door, and this I like it very much, the Fiat with a sunroof that time. That's quite awesome. Moving on. So this is the car that I showed you earlier. It's really huge in size, very much lengthy. I wish I had one with me right now, but it's not possible. Meanwhile, here we have a long limousine which is long, and I'll show you to you briefly when we go to the other side. Meanwhile, moving on, here are some vintage cars, and so this is all about the Mini 1959 to 2000. Mini brand exists even now. Here I think that's the vehicle. So yeah, that's a single seater. Next, moving on, here we have another piece of history, that is Morris Bulletnose Cowley. That Morris, it's MG, Morris Garage. At that time it was just Morris, and this is the car, and it became the best selling cars in Britain during the 1920s. It was originally nicknamed Bulletnose because of its resemblance to a 0.303 bullet. So that's why it's nicknamed like that. Quite cool actually. So the front windshield can be split, I believe, because it has something in the middle. The roof is completely fabric, Just look at the seats, awesome, right? Red stitching, the doors too, it's a single door, and here we have a side footstep so that you can get in easily. Those were the alloys of that time, even that were cool. Those are the round headlamps, awesome, right?